Hey yo, what is poppin'? It's your boy Whiteout, and let's talk about something real quick. Aliens. What do you guys think, huh? What do you guys think? Genuinely. Genuinely. You think they're real or you think they're fake? Let me know in the comments down below. Because honestly, I'm not on the fence. That's right, I'm not. I think that they're real. But today we're going to be watching the Fermi Paradox, and this is episode 1 of episode 2. We can get to episode 2 in a future episode if you want to. But let's lock in. You guys have your predictions on whether or not? I guess speculation less than prediction, because we probably still aren't going to know after this. Let's be for real. Time to get 1% smarter today. Let's lock in.
Are we the only living things in the entire universe?
Absolutely
the observable
not,
universe
dude.
is about 90 billion light years in diameter. There are at least 100 billion galaxies, each with 100 to 1,000 billion stars.
Oh my
Recently,
God.
we've learned that planets are very common too. And there are probably trillions and trillions of habitable planets in the universe, which means there should be lots of opportunity for life to develop and exist, right?
Right off the bat, that is literally proof that there's life. There's trillions of planets. If you guys say that no other planet has lives, you are crazy. I mean,
But where is
sorry.
it? Shouldn't the universe be
Not saying you're
teeming with
crazy.
spaceships? Let's take a step back.
Let's
Even
see.
if there are alien civilizations in other galaxies, there's no way we'll ever know about them. Basically, everything outside of our direct galactic neighborhood, the so-called local group, is pretty much out of our reach forever because of the expansion of the universe. Even if we had really fast spaceships, it would literally take billions of years to reach these places, traveling through the emptiest areas in the universe. So let's focus on the Milky Way. The Milky Way is our home galaxy. It consists of up to 400 billion stars. That's a lot of stars. Counting one per second, it would take you 100 lifetimes to count them all. There are about 20
Only
billion
100?
sun-like stars in the Milky Way, and
God
estimates
damn.
suggest that a fifth of them have an Earth-sized planet in its habitable zone, the area with conditions that enable life to exist.
That's
If only
crazy.
0.1% of those planets harbored life, there would be 1 million planets with life in the Milky Way. But wait, there's more. The Milky Way is about 13 billion
Wait, the Milky Way, just in our galaxy, there would be 1 million planets with life potentially at a 0.1%. Really? Just in our galaxy? So our galaxy might not even be a far, far away, if you know what I'm saying. Wow. Star Wars could be happening like two galaxies over. Is it? No. I mean, Milky Way is the galaxy, right? So would it be technically another galaxy, though? Because this is just in the Milky Way. But could another galaxy technically be more advanced than us at that point? Oh, snap. Because, like, we don't even know how long. I mean, we know, like, the Big Bang. But was there anything before the Big Bang? We don't know. We don't even know if the Big Bang is the way that it happened. You know, it might... Bro, mind
the
blown.
Milky Way. But wait, there's more. The Milky Way is about 13 billion years old. In the beginning,
13
it would
billion.
not have been a good place for life because things exploded a lot. But after
Probably.
1 to 2 billion years, the first habitable planets were born. Earth is only 4 billion years old, so there have probably been trillions of chances for life to develop on other planets in the past. If only a single one of them had developed into a space-traveling super civilization, we would have noticed by now.
Would
What
we have,
would
though?
such a civilization look like?
I guess on
There
our
are 3
galaxy,
categories.
yeah.
A Type 1 civilization would be able to access the whole energy available on its planet. In case you're wondering, we're currently around 0.73 on the scale, and we should reach Type
Out
1
of-
sometime in the next couple of hundred years.
So in the next couple of 100 years, we should be at 1, not even close to 100%. Oh my God. See, this is the thing that sucks about being born in the 20th century. You don't get to live before technology, and you don't get to travel to space and be Anakin Skywalker. Like, dude, what the flip?
Type 2 would be a civilization capable of harnessing all of the energy of its home star. This would require some serious science fiction, but it is doable in principle. Concepts like the Dyson sphere, a giant complex surrounding the sun, would be conceivable.
That is so
Type
crazy.
3
that it's
is a
actually
civilization that
like,
basically
real.
controls its whole galaxy and its energy. An alien race this advanced would probably be godlike to us. But why should we be able to see such an alien civilization in the first place? If we were to build generation spaceships that could sustain a population for around 1,000 years, we could colonize the whole galaxy in 2 million years. Sounds like a long time, but remember, the Milky Way is huge. So if it takes a couple of million years to colonize the entire galaxy, and there are possibly millions, if not billions of planets that sustain life in the Milky Way, and these other life forms have had considerably more time than we've had, then where are all the aliens? This is the Fermi paradox, and nobody has an answer to it. But we do have some ideas. Let's talk about filters. A filter in this context represents a barrier that is really hard for life to overcome. They come in various degrees of scary. 1. There are great filters, and we have passed them. Maybe it is way harder for complex life to develop than we think. The process allowing life to begin hasn't yet been completely figured out, and the conditions required may be really complicated. Maybe in the past, the universe was way more hostile, and only recently have things cooled down to make complex life possible. This would also mean that we may be unique, or at least one of the first, if not the first, civilization in the entire universe.
It's just crazy to think that we could be the first in the entire universe. It's just crazy to me. It's unfathomable to me for how long that this universe has been around for us to be the first civilization is absolutely insane. And it's like, if aliens pull up, we can't beat them. Let's be for real. We're not going to be able to beat them. Unless if they were like, no, I was going to say, unless if they were like chill. But even if they're chill, they'll probably still whoop us a new one if we try to come back at them. So we're screwed. Like, we're screwed if there's aliens that pull up. But at the same time, when are we ever going to be able to actually do that? Is that actually going to be a thing that's going to be able to happen? You know, think about it in like a Star Wars perspective. Traveling the speed of the light, 10 million galaxies that way. Like, is that actually going to be conceivable? At any point, is that going to be real? I don't know. It's just such a hard, like, thing to grasp in your mind, because it's just like it's such a weird, like, thought that something could technically be done and it's been dreamt of doing and people have attempted it. Well, not attempted it, but people are working towards it. And we're like not even in the 0.1% stage yet in reality of actually being able to go that far.
2. There are great filters, and they are ahead of us. This one would be really, really bad. Maybe life on our level exists everywhere in the universe, but it gets destroyed when it reaches a certain point, a point that lies ahead of us. For example, awesome future technology exists, but when activated, it destroys the planet. The last words of every advanced civilization would be, "This new device will solve all of our problems once I push this button." If this is true, then we are closer to the end than the beginning of human existence. Or maybe there is an ancient Type 3 civilization that monitors the universe, and once a civilization is advanced enough, it gets eliminated in an instant. Maybe there is something out there that it would be better not to discover. There is no way for us to know. One final thought, maybe we're alone. Right now, we have no evidence that there's any life besides us. Nothing. The universe appears to be empty and dead. No one sending us messages, no one answering our calls. We may be completely alone, trapped on a tiny moist mud ball in an eternal universe. Does that thought scare you? If it does, you're having the correct emotional reaction. If we let life on this planet die, perhaps there will be no life left in the universe. Life will be gone, maybe forever. If this is the case, we just have to venture to the stars and become the first Type 3 civilization to keep the delicate flame of life existing and to spread it until the universe breathes its final breath and vanishes into oblivion. The universe is too beautiful not to be experienced by someone. This video was...
It's just the thought of, like, let's say this is our galaxy. I don't know if this is actually what it's meant to be, but let's say this is our galaxy right here, right? There's all these other galaxies around. Like, have you guys ever seen, like, I want to watch it for a video because I haven't seen it in so long, but, like, the world, like, spanned out so far. I want to go back and watch that at some point. Maybe we can do that. But just to think, like, all these galaxies are just, like, neck and neck, and then they're clusters all together, and then they're, like, they film they look like worlds inside of these galaxies. Like these galaxies looks like worlds, and there's millions of those on top of each other, and all of that. And you're telling me we're the only ones? I doubt it. I would love to hear what people have to think about it. Like, especially if you're on the side of not believing in any sort of extraterrestrial life, because I would love to like kind of get in the head and like hear what somebody has to say about it. Because in my head, it's just like the possibility that there isn't, the possibility that there is much greater than the possibility that there isn't. So I don't understand where people come from when they don't believe in aliens and they believe that we're the only ones. Maybe it's a comfort thing. Maybe it kind of scares them. But what's scarier? Being alone on a floating rock in the middle of nowhere and we're the only ones? Or there are there is civilization out there. It kind of comes down to it. I mean, I don't know which thought is technically scarier, because I mean, one, we could get wiped out, and then the other one is we are truly alone, and what is anything for? You know, like what is the point of doing all of this? Because we are way past extinction. If you think about it, like I think they were saying this, the longest one besides us now is like the dinosaurs, and that wasn't even long. I don't know the exact how long it was, but just the thought of that how we're past extinction, and like at any point technically like Yellowstone could just erupt like that and everybody's toast. It is crazy to think about. It is actually crazy. But with that being said, there is an episode 2 of the Fermi paradox, so we can get into that in a future episode. Let me know if you guys want to see that in the comments down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys haven't already, make sure you smash that like button. And hey, if we're alone here, you're not alone anymore, because we are right here and we are posting 2 videos every single day. Or if we're not alone, then dude, join the Whiteout Army. Hit that subscribe button, because if you haven't, what are you doing, bro? Just subscribe. Join the Whiteout Army. Thank you guys so much, though, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.